Let's talk about it. Let me take a look at some of the subscriptions I got. Because happy Monday, everybody. My name is Noel here on Verbal on Life. Just trying to use this time to talk and put my ideas out there. I don't say much, I guess, because I don't have too much ideas. The TV is super loud, so let's see if we can make it work. All right. I gotta fix the position, the camera position. This sucks. Let's go with that. It is what it is. All right, academics. Went on a date with 50 Cent's baby mother. Because he can.
Today's a nice Monday. Today's a nice Monday. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in.
Happy Monday.
Let's get back on track. A lot of things to cover, a lot of things to talk about. We have some new music that dropped. Shout out to Future. He put out a new project, The Real Me. We'll talk about that. We have some tours to cover. Shout out to Chris Brown and, of course, Usher. They're doing their thing on tour. There's some music that I'm hearing some rumors of. I won't really jump and, I won't try to ruin that. But there's a lot of interesting and exciting things happening, and I hope you guys are taking note. Let me just give a second for all the people on the academy and also King Academics to get up in the building. Come on in. Come on in.
So academics went on a date.
What do y'all say? What do y'all say? Oh, have y'all watched the Me and Daphne Joy sit down?
With a beautiful woman called.
If you haven't given that a watch, you're missing out on some grade A content. This was unscripted.
She looks amazing.
This was impromptu. This was Big Ack at his finest. I was spitting game. You know?
Super happy.
Listen, the only way Big Ack knows how to. All right? Sorry, Diddy. Sorry, Diddy.
That lady's old.
Stole that shit. That's mine now. I'm going to hold that down till 2028, brother. We're going to talk a little bit about Diddy because he's about to get out.
That's a good one. Stole that.
And people are thinking about he might be granted clemency. So we'll talk a little bit about that. But if you haven't watched The Date with Me and Daphne Joy, this is hot. This is spicy. Big Ack was in the building.
That's funny.
And we did something really good. I enjoyed this.
You say
she was pleasant off and on camera. She understood the mission.
That made me hungry.
Ever since that day, we've still continued to talk, and a little couple more things. Anyway, I do want you guys to go support this content. If you want to see me do more unorthodox things like this, for example, y'all watch me stream. We do a little bit of IRL. Y'all watch me do some off the record interviews.
Unorthodox.
But if you want to see me, maybe outside of maybe the elevator might know before. You want to see me do this a little bit more often? Please support it. I possibly, for our, tell me if this is corny. For our 3-month anniversary, I got something planned. I got something planned for her. I can't tell y'all, but I got something planned. So if you guys are interested in this content,
he got 3 months with her. 3-month anniversary. It's an old lady. What is he doing?
And make sure you do support this content. We've been going up recently. We got the conversation with Charlamagne going up. I know a lot of people have been, I've heard so many different opinions on that. I've taken it in stride. That conversation has told me, number one, why I'm number one in hip hop media. And also it told me the intelligence level of the people who consume hip hop media. There's certain people who they love headlines. There's certain people who just generally don't mind being lied to. There's certain people who don't mind being gaslit. There's certain people who like to be surface level. Okay? And for those people, I have no apologies for them. For those people, I look at and I say, it's okay. I've never made my career by pleasing you. And there's the people who, they're well-informed. They're well-researched. They're going to take the information. They're going to go to another channel for another breakdown. They're going to go to this other resource. They're pretty much in the game just like I'm in the game. And for those people, they're going to be the ones who fact check. They're going to not only care about word, salad and all this other stuff. They're going to say, well, what is the truth? And for those people, whether they're in my favor or not, those are the people I do care about.
DJ Academics is a video channel, YouTube channel that I watch for entertainment purposes. And then it's nice to take a look at somebody else's life choices, like him dating his old lady when he's a young man who could do much better, but decided to go old because the girl, I guess, is still beautiful. She is the mother of 50 Cent's 12-year-old son, or 13-year-old, something like that. 13-year-old son.
The conversation's going on. We have multiple things in the ecosphere that's kind of moving around. So I am very pleased with, remember I told.
And she's trying to make money for OnlyFans and just putting her name out there. Number one way for her to make money in today's economy.
You coming out of, I think I dominated the first half of the year. I'm going for the 2P at this point, right? Like Complex, I'm sorry to say that media list, that's my list now. That's my list, okay? I expect to be number one again, all right? So we dominated the first half of the year. But then I went on vacation, sat back, let everybody do their thing, and we're coming back for this year.
What about second half?
Right out the gate, I'm hitting with the Daphne Joy, I'm hitting with the Charlamagne conversation. So I think we're doing good, but there's much more to accomplish, and we still have 6 more months to go. So don't worry, we are locked and loaded for the entire year. And I hope you guys are locked in with me. All right, anyway. I'm going to watch a little bit of this later. Shout out to my Clippers, of course. You guys have a good time with this. Yes, I did bring the honey pack. You know what I mean? Listen, I always say, chat, I also say this to you. All my longest relationship, I've always cracked the first date. I'm only going to say that. My longest relationships, I dated 3 girls for 4 years each. That's 12 years of my life. In each situation, in those 4-year relationships, I cracked it off the first night. I'm just trying to let you know, just for context, okay? If I don't hit the first night, it probably ain't worth hitting at all. It's like the first 48. If you ain't crack the case in the first 48 hours, maybe it's going to be unsolved. It's going to be a cold case. So all I'm going to tell you, I pulled up with a honey pack. I pulled up with a toolbox. Don't you worry. Did he? It's okay. It's okay, Playboy. It's okay. It's okay. Anyway, shout out to Daphne Joy, a sweet soul. She was very tender.
Let's translate what he said. He cracked you on the first night.
She held me close in a very supple way in her bosom. Yes, I was nestled in between those. Anyway, all right. Anyway, so let's get to a few things. YB's beefing with the whole Atlanta. He's taking aim at Future right now. Chat, I also say this to you. All my longest relationship, I've always cracked the first date. I'm only going to say that. My longest relationships, I dated 3 girls for 4 years each. That's 12 years of my life. In each situation, in those 4-year relationships, I cracked it off the first night. I'm just trying to let you know, just for context, okay? If I don't hit the first night, it probably ain't worth hitting at all. It's like the first
night. Let me go ahead to Poetic Flacco. What does he got?
It's cooking because all the accusations that Charlamagne the God is trying to put on academics, he doesn't fully understand the concept of what's going on. He don't fully understand clipping, don't fully understand polymarkers, don't fully understand what's going on right now. So he's feeling at it. He's getting cooked, which is why academics should have started this conversation as, hey, bruh, you accuse me of a lot. Prove it. And sat back and just go out. Academics is best when he's poking holes into Charlamagne the God stuff, but he played prosecutors too much during his interview so far.
If you don't want me to, I won't.
No, nobody knows his
face. If you don't want me to read it, I won't.
Yo, you might as well.
You do deflect. You
can't. But you might as well read my Substack,
bro. You can't.
You use the Wall Street Journal, which is legit, but they're talking about Holly Market. They're talking about Drake, who mentioned him in the song. Which, by the way, Drake care about whatever he wants. Cool. They mentioned A. Ross, who did do a deal with them. Fine. Nothing mentions George. Nothing mentions
George
me.
mentioned in the civil suits. You're not mentioned in these things.
But
you're only mentioning one.
You're using that to make your argument. Why are you using Polymarket? Listen, I didn't deal with Kashi. Like, I'm not open and honest. You see, Charlamagne gonna tell you. Charlamagne you won't have to read about it in like some hidden disclosure shit that he's partnered with Rock Nation or Casino. Me, I'm gonna tell you, I had a Polymarket deal.
You know the difference?
Kashi?
You know the difference? If we had actually got the license and there was a casino open, yes, hey, Charlamagne has equity in said casino. But when we're just bidding for a license, the disclosure should be to 2 people: the government regulators, which you read yourself, and my employer, which is iHeart.
Okay, so you're basically saying you getting on the radio and basically
my employer, which is iHeart. Oh, so he doesn't work for Rock Nation directly. But doesn't Jay-Z own iHeart?
You're telling people that your Times Square needs this.
I really feel that. That's me giving commentary as a media personality.
Okay, cool. But you don't feel that you need
which is completely above board.
Okay, cool. I'm not. You see, unlike you, I'm not trying to like invoke that you did a crime. I'm just saying.
All right, let me pause it right there. And
news outlet, he brings up the article.
Okay, this is George. I'm gonna read you this article. You tell me if I'm tripping. This is from InverseWire.com.
Nobody even heard about his website. It's not true. It's not reading from CNN. Charlotte, you read inversewire.com.
Listen, you take advantage of the worldwide.
Yo, Charlotte, man.
You take advantage of the worldwide net, and you know that. And you know them don't read.
Yo, Charlotte.
You know them don't read.
Yo, what Charlotte's doing right now? Which camera? What Charlotte's doing right now? He's basically saying, yo, we got an article from nowright.com. Like,
that's not true. That's not true.
Nobody ever heard that site.
Okay, well, after this, I'm gonna read the Wall Street Journal one. You ever heard that one?
Yeah, but that got. Oh, does it mention George?
It mentions
no, it doesn't mention George.
It mentions Drake and Aiden Ross.
Oh, so you're moving the goalpost.
No,
that's why I said
because that's
Okay, fair enough. Isn't it so odd how he makes sure to name the site? He's like, yeah, inversewire.com, as if like you need to know the name of the site. It's legitimacy. Okay, fair enough. But he would say, and he wouldn't say like, oh, this is just a site that I came across. He would say that it's a reputable outlet.
Can I read this? Yeah, from what site? Just say the site one more time.
Inversewire.com, which is a very reputable
site.
You're trying to convince the worldwide.
Yo, this is realnews.com.
You're trying to convince the worldwide that it's
Fake
not.
website.
I'll tell you right now, the author of it is, his name is Dalton Jackson, senior systems and culture writer, systems, media, incentives, and the architecture underneath modern culture. That's who wrote this article.
Sounds like a lot of word salad.
Give the video a like.
This is my own independent blog. It's a Substack. Go ahead.
I'm going to read this, and we can move on from this, honestly. But I'm going to read you this. I just want to know what you think about this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Here's where the loop closes on itself and gets genuinely strange.
Life
the
is
lawsuits
fake.
allege those rigged casino winnings weren't only for show, they were a laundering rail. Money allegedly moved through State's encrypted tipping feature, described
What shoes is academics wearing?
in the complaint as a wholly encrypted and substantially unregulated tool, perfect for pushing untraceable crypto to people you'd rather not be caught paying.
And this isn't the first time that he brought it up. The first time, and he was the first person that ever brought up this site. And that was back in June 27th. He would mention this same site again with this same article.
Senior systems and culture writer at Inversewire.
Okay.
And the headline is, "Pay no attention to the grand wizard behind the curtain." And there's a picture of Drake and Aiden Ross, and it says 5 lawsuits say the bets were rigged, the streams were bought, and even the chat losing its mind was a hire inside the machine that manufactures Drake. Now, Drake? Yeah, Drake! Drake! According to this article on Inverse, it says, according to a stack of class action lawsuits filed across 5 states this spring, almost none of what you just watched was real. And it's talking about these bets that happen on what website?
I think Stake Cash was one of the ones. Polymarket. If it's the same article I read, basically what it was insinuating or claiming, maybe not even insinuating, is they have celebrities, influencers.
Oh, it is Stake. Yes.
Yeah. Go live, right? And you watch them making bets in real time.
Yeah.
And then it looks like obviously they're hitting, and they're like, I think the term.
You want me to read the article? I can read that part.
Oh, read it. Yeah.
It says, picture the scene. Because you've already seen it 100 times. Drake, gold dripping, leaning into Aiden Ross's webcam. A 6-figure number on a slot screen. The real spin, they land. The number doubles, then doubles again. And the chat detonates into a wall of fire emojis, and he's different. A millionaire wins $1 million more, live, while a few 100,000 kids watch and quietly do the math. If that's easy for him, maybe it's that easy for me.
So here we have it. Well, academics reading the site or reading just a little bit of the article is like, yo, this kind of sounds like AI. And then, of course, Charlamagne, this is something that he's done this entire interview. He just deviates to the next topic. Oop, hopscotch, we're playing hopscotch, or the floor is lava. We're just going to move on to the next thing. But academics would expose him when he was doing the live stream for this.
He's been reading from this website for literally 3 weeks. Go to it. When you go to it, the top story is still that. It's not like they're covering match. Look, the top story is still that. Bro, how you been reading from this? Imagine CNN has one article up there for 3 weeks. Come on, bro. Like, bro, what are we going like? Yo, this website he's talking about has the same story on their front page for 3 weeks.
It's a fake website using AI. I should make one.
Inversewire.com.
But it's too much work for me, so.
Very reputable site.
Inversewire.com, which is a real reputable site. Charlamagne, the guy who's involved in politics, who's interviewed goddamn Kamala Harris, I think even Joe Biden. You see what he's saying is a reputable site. Inversewire, we're on it. I told you the article on there. The date of publishing was June 17th. It's still on their front page. Let's do a little research, chat. Everybody could do this. You go to a website called whois.com. This is going to give you the info about every website in the world. Whois.com. Y'all could do it yourself. Let's go to domain or IP and type in inversewire.com. When you type that in, it says the website was registered on 5/13, 2 days before Drake album dropped. Like, come on, bro. This is what I'm dealing with in the media. Mad reputable. How's it mad reputable? Nobody ever heard of it. No, it's mad reputable. It was registered 2 days before Drake album dropped. Come on, bro. Yo, I'm telling y'all, this yo, where my belt? Where my belt? Y'all gonna keep getting belt to act when y'all keep lying like this.
So this is an absolute joke. And then he would also cite the writer, like as if like, yo, these are reputable journalists. The guy that wrote this, Dalton Jackson. Well, academics would also cover the writer.
Dalton Jackson, Inversewire, LinkedIn. 60 plus Dalton Jackson profiles. None of them go back to that. Yo, this is an evil world we live in, bro. This is an evil world we live in, gang. This is an evil world we live in. That's what I'm gonna tell y'all, chat. This is an evil world we live in, bro. This is an evil world we live in. The Who Is page, you can't find the person who actually registered it. It just goes to this company, which is a hosting company. If you type in this and you search this, it's going to bring you to the information about where this thing is hosted. If anybody knows about website, you probably are familiar with Bluehost, GoDaddy. That's US based, like, website hosting companies. This website that Charlamagne is quoting, listen to what it says. The official corporate entity and ICANN accredited registrar is headquartered in Lithuania. So they're using a Lithuania hosting company. If you're a regular outlet in America, like, I don't know, hip hop page these days, I don't know, but CNN wouldn't try to host their servers in Lithuania. With over 490 employees, the company generates and operates globally for
It's cheaper.
Core services: share hosting, cloud hosting, VPS domain registration, and AI website building. InverseWire.com.
What's funny enough, this is something that you build with Claude. It's like your first vibe coding website type of deal. They're even using Hostinger, and that's one of the more popular hosting platforms. Like back in the day, there used to be many different hosting platforms. Hell, like 10 plus years ago, if you were getting a WordPress site done, you would probably use Bluehost. That was the most shilled one or promoted one because they had like a really generous affiliate program. But there were things like Bluehost, HostGator, etc. But Hostinger is the new one that everybody that uses AI and hosts these AI apps, web apps, or websites, that's the one that they use. And funny enough, academics would also take a look at a couple of other writers on that site.
There's another guy. Let's go find the other guy. There's another guy that was on the website too. Hold on. Brianna Lawson. Is this Janae Eiko? Yo, bro, I'm done with it, man. Yo, this is some, man. This is some. Claudia Martinez. Really?
No, you could use AI to come up with all of that.
Matt Clement. Oh, we can't even click on him. It just goes to Inverse Sports. Oh, you want to see Matt Clement? It's Matt Clement right here.
And funny enough, I would just take a little bit more of a look on this site. At this point, you have to believe that this is a fake site. And the only person that has pushed this site has been Charlamagne. He keeps talking about it. He was the first to mention it on June 27th. The site was registered on May 15th, or basically around the same time that Drake dropped. That's when this site was registered. And one of the early articles was trash talking Drake. But I was like, yo, let me check and see what's going on with this site. Well, funny enough, since June 23rd, and keep in mind, June 27th was the date that Charlamagne first spoke about it. So it was a couple of days after they populated a ton of articles. So what they'll do is they'll populate a ton of articles, which if you just read these articles, dog, this is just AI summaries. What they probably put in the prompt is AI summaries of the biggest news platforms and just post it. Because after this happens and this gets exposed, they put up 27 articles in one day. So from July 11th to July 12th, they put up 27 articles. And before that, the previous article was written on June 23rd. And this is supposed to be a site that is, not only is it a reputable outlet, like Charlamagne said, and you know, it's so funny, throughout this whole interview, Charlamagne says, man, you're trying to fool the net. You know they don't read. You know people don't read. Well, he mustn't read, or he must be echoing what he believes, which is like, man, these people aren't going to read this. And funny enough.
All right, I'm going to leave it right there. Again, almost 20 minutes. My name is Noel here, Verbal on Life. I can still talk, walk, and move my fingers. Still alive, baby. Let me celebrate myself. Pray to God to keep it moving. Give it a thumbs up. I'm going to order some pizza and enjoy the rest of my day. With that said, see you on the next video. Peace. What the hell is on TV? I'm trying to get that television that 6ix9ine got. It looks enormous. So let's save up and pray for the future. And if you're still watching, give it a thumbs up. Peace.